What's going on, guys? My name is Marco, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of my computer components that I have bought. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with that. So first and foremost is going to be the case, which is going to be a Roswell case. I went pretty cheap on here as this is going to be a budget build after all for Linux, things like that. So I just wanted to save money there. I already built a new gaming PC that's pretty cool, so no need to go over the top with a Linux build or something like maybe some Windows stuff. I don't really know. But I had some of the parts already laying around, so I was like, what the heck, I'll just buy a case and whatever else I need, like another motherboard, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the trusty knife out here and unbox this case. So, I mean, from what I understand, Roswell is actually not that bad for the price you pay. Like I said, from what I understand, I've never had a Roswell case before, so I have no idea what this is going to be like as far as quality and whatnot, what have you there. So, but I'm excited to find out, because for $25 I figured it can't be too bad. Alright. So, alright, cool. So the front of the case is actually going to be right here on this side of us. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get it out. Keyword there is try. A lot of times these things don't come out that easy. And that wasn't that hard at all. I'm pretty surprised, actually. Alright. So we'll go ahead and just place that there. Move this box out of the way. It's okay. We get some nice packaging. Pretty surprising, actually. Some instructions that will come in handy when I have the motherboard, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, I forgot it has USB 3.0 USB headers on it. I didn't realize. That's good. It's pretty good for $25, honestly. I mean, not bad. All right. Overall, this looks pretty nice. I thought the case was actually supposed to be silver, but I honestly can't remember. But I prefer black, so I'm happy it's black. I think I was looking at ordering another one that had like close to the same name or something. I kind of forget, but whatever. I'm glad that it's black. I thought it was going to be silver. Alright, so we get some nice protective wrap on the front. Overall, it's actually pretty nice. I mean, I'm not really the best kind of case connoisseur here, but definitely looks pretty nice for $25. So it's not going to be like a Fractal Design or NZXT by any means, but whatever. I just built a the gaming PC I have that I just made is a Corsair case. But anyway, this looks pretty freaking nice, actually. So it's going to have a glossy black front there. Try to get a better angle of that. It's going to have a glossy black front. Got your two USB headers. Even has an audio out. Wow. Actually, I'm sorry. It has one USB 3.0 header, and then it's got the two, probably USB 2.0 headers there. Comes with two fans, from what the ad said. It is micro ATX, by the way. Not sure if I mentioned that. And it does have thumb screws, which I'm sure are going to be a nightmare to open on the first try, of course. So that requires me to grab a screwdriver. So, or maybe not. Hold on, let me see if I can. Nope, never mind. Don't need a screwdriver. Maybe I still do for the bottom. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to need a screwdriver, unfortunately. That's annoying. Screwdrivers suck when they're not around. So, let's see, maybe I could just use this old shirt here to break it loose. Probably not. Never mind, I got it. Alright. Look at that. If you want a screwdriver, use an old shirt. Alright, so let's get this open here. Alright, very lightweight though. This case is extremely light. I'm pretty impressed with that as well. So set that down. So alright, we get an 80mm fan in the rear here. Nice. And I think it's a 120mm up here in the front, if you guys can see that. So that looks pretty nice, honestly. It really does. So we get a little bag of hardware and all that here. And we get our headers, connectors. I don't think it's going to come... Oh, actually, no, that'll be the motherboard. But I'm getting a used motherboard, so I won't get that either, actually. That'll get the kind of like adapter where you can put all the little headers in to cleanly get it into the motherboard in one shot. I don't know what the actual word for those are, unfortunately, but whatever. But really, this actually looks like a nice case, $25. It does have the punch-out, I don't know what these are called, the expansion slots, I guess, for the PCI Express and all that. There are punch-out, which is annoying, but you know what I mean? It's $25. I don't expect it to have the screw in and out ones like more expensive cases have. But yeah, it looks pretty nice, so that's nice there. So we're going to go ahead and close that up and set this aside. So, I mean, pretty nice. Definitely was expecting less quality than this. The shine is really, really nice to me. To me, anyway. I mean, for my purposes, this thing is going to be perfect, I think. Provided it fits my power supply, which is a standard ATX power supply, but that's supposed to fit in here, so hopefully it does. See how we run into any issues during the actual build itself. So that's nice. We're going to set this aside. And then we're going to move on to the EVGA 500BQ power supply. Now, EVGA is one of my favorite brands when it comes to stuff. I mean, I buy EVGA graphics cards and I buy motherboards too. I'm saying, but unfortunately they're usually a little more money from the ones I've seen anyway than what I really want to pay. Cases as well, but their cases are huge. I don't need like a full tower ATX case. A mid tower is fine for my needs anyway. But but as far as power supplies go, I like them or Corsair. Really just depends on you know, who you want. So I just chose EVGA because it was on sale. It was only $40 for the bronze one here when on Amazon, when the 500-watt white one was actually also $40. This one was on sale, so I went for the 80-plus bronze one because, you know, it's better than white. Not gold, but better than white. So that's why I went with this, because it was a free one essentially. So we're going to go ahead and just open this up here. That should be enough to get it open. Alright, let's get that all out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and break our seal up here, the EVGA seal. Now I know that this one is not going to be modular though. I put an 850 BQ in my gaming PC, and that one is semi-modular, so the only part of it that's not modular is the 24-pin power connector, so... Which I don't really know why people really want that modular anyway, because like you need the 24 power connector, so it's not like you are gonna not use it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that you're gonna use anyway. So that's fine to me. As long as it's semi-modular, I'm usually happy when in a build like that. But like I said, this one I don't really care. This one is gonna be. I mean, the case isn't even see-through. Cable management's not gonna be priority at all in this case. Ha ha ha. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open this up here, if it opens. I'm not really sure how it's... Oh, duh. Alright. So we're going to open this. We're going to get this when you open it here. It's going to be our manual, which is usually something you could just discard. Definitely want to sign up for their warranty, though. EVGA is great with their warranties. I do love them for that. Looks like we have a 24-pin adapter here or something. Looks like it has some sort of jumper cable in there. Kind of hard for me to figure out exactly what this is for at the moment, but I'll worry about that later. And then over here I've got power supply, of course. Looks really nice. Smaller than my 850 watt, that's understandable there. Looks pretty nice quality actually. Nice EVGA. I mean, I don't doubt them, but I'm just saying. So we got our nice mess of wires here that is always expected when you go with non-modular, but that's fine. So it does have 24-pin right there. And nice stuff. Alright, so we'll set that back down. We get the normal 3-pin power cable that every computer comes with. Can't even tell you how many of these I have in the house, probably like 50, you know, like I'm not even kidding. There's so many of them in my house. From various builds from when I was a little kid, my dad would do, and all that stuff. So we're going to set this aside as well. And now we have the little things over here. So we're going to go next with the Transcend SSD over here. It's going to be your standard non-NVMe one. I forget what that is. It's probably going to be AHCI, I think. I can't remember for sure, though. I'm not too up to date with SSD communication standards and whatever however they work. So anyway, this one's cool. I didn't even know this comes with a 3.5-inch bracket over here, which will definitely come in handy with my case, because it's not going to have a 2.5-inch mount, I don't think, in it. I mean, I didn't see anything, so let's see how this even opens. I have no idea how this is going to, oh, right here, probably. I hate when things are just a little bit annoying to open. I think I've had Transcend flash drives. I never got an SSD, but it was the cheapest one that wasn't like a Chinese kind of one, like one I've never heard of before, so I was okay paying for this. So here's our bracket here, our mount for the 3.5-inch. Some more information. That's cool. And of course, the SSD itself, nice and clean, 32 gigabyte. Looks good. Looks good overall. It's actually pretty nice quality too. Pretty impressed actually with I mean, this only cost me like $100 for all this stuff here. And the motherboard was like 30 or something like that. Shipped. And it's going to be I don't know if I said it's going to be a DQ45CB, that motherboard. It's micro ATX socket 775, so going to go well with my Q8400 and my 4 gigs of DDR2 that I've got laying around. As far as the graphics card goes, I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to bother with going ahead and just using the integrated one, because it has 2 DVI outs, but I don't know. Not sure if I want to do that or move on to something else like a GTX 460 maybe, something like that. I don't really know yet. But lastly over here, what I have is going to be the Arctic Alpine 11 GT cooler. Seems like a pretty decent cooler for what it is. It's just like a stock upgrade from the Intel one. So I'm going to be probably upgrading later on, maybe next year, maybe later this year even, I don't know, to a Skylake motherboard. Probably going to be doing a G4400 Pentium for this computer, which will be a big upgrade over the Q8400, I'm sure, with all the new instructions and the much better manufacturing process. Mostly an output of heat is my biggest concern. That's really all I care about, is heat output. And then, of course, we're going to be going 2 generations newer with DDR4 rather than the DDR2 I have specified for right now. So here's the cooler here. It is very small. So, and it is just, it's got thermal paste right there. I don't really want to mess that up on accident. But anyway, so this is it right here. Really small little thing here. It's just, like I said, a direct upgrade over the stock Intel cooler. So if you guys have seen those, you know what that is. It's probably comparable to that, just a little better maybe. But for $10, I figured I might as well. I have like another Intel cooler somewhere, but rather than looking for it, I was just like, I'll spend the $10 on this one and be happy with that, because I like Arctic. It's a pretty cool company as well. I mean, you know, I have another one of theirs. I have a bigger one, a Freezer 7 Pro or something like that, but I couldn't find the mounting bracket for it, so I didn't really care to look around, especially, like I said, for this build. It's not going to need all that extra cooling anyway. So, alright guys, so that's going to be that unboxing stuff so far, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and yep, have a good one.